Welcome, it's Denome. This is a market update for the Bitcoin and crypto markets. And as you can see, we only have 2 days to the Bitcoin halving, which is fundamentally very good for Bitcoin. I will talk about how it will or how it might actually affect the prices. We have a situation in Israel, Iran, because Israel has actually finalized the plans to attack Iran. Iran has now said that they will retaliate. So I will talk about that because that will affect our prices as well. Then for the good news, we do have a couple of airdrops. So if you watched my video on Merlin chain, you are probably eligible for Merlin token. And this is currently tradable on OKX exchange. I may have the referral link down somewhere in the below as well, but you simply come to the website here, you connect your wallet. If you were farming this token, if you logged your Bitcoin in this protocol, you are eligible for this airdrop. But for some people, the airdrop is currently not actually available, and I am actually one of those people. So I don't know how valuable this airdrop actually was. I can see I have an allocation, but I don't know how much I have the allocation. There's some bug in the system that affects some people, and I'm one of those people. But anyway, good for you. Congratulations if you got it. Another airdrop that I saw was actually on Parcel, and you can basically short and long United States real estate here. And I was farming this a little bit as an experiment, and I was able to get about 10% on top of my USDC on this airdrop. Not a major airdrop, but pretty okay anyway for a couple of months work. But anyway, there are these couple of airdrops that happened there. And now let's actually go to the chart here, so you can get a frame what I'm talking about. So from my previous video, I said that the price was somewhere here, and we were in this let's say bullish channel here, or bullish formation. But I said I would not be surprised even if price did something like this, because prices usually like to surprise people, and that's basically exactly what happened. The only thing that didn't happen exactly is that it happened faster than I was expecting. But we're currently now basically touching the bottom of this squiggly line here. So what we can now do is we can take out this, we can take out this, and what we can do is basically just draw a channel here. So we connect the tops here, we copy the line, and we put it down here. So from this line, you can currently see that we are actually at the bottom of this channel here. This channel makes a lot of sense. So from risk reward ratio perspective, or if you are, let's say, trading Bitcoin, this is probably one of the best times to actually get into the trade at the bottom of the channel here. Obviously, it could break to the downside as well. I'm not saying it cannot do that, but anything is always possible. The next support line basically at about $53,000, the next one 48, but I do not believe Bitcoin will ever go below 40 again. I could be wrong here, obviously, but all in all, in the short term, this is a very good, very bullish setup. And even if we take a look at the RSI, you can see RSI is going up while the price has gone down, which is a bullish divergence. So we have a lot of reasons to actually believe that in the short term we are going bullish. So that's still happening there. I'm pretty happy with it. For altcoins, I have to talk about altcoins a little bit. I'm not happy with altcoins. And this is let's say a realization that has come to me slowly, and the liquidity of altcoins is dispersed across so many protocols that it's very hard for individual altcoins to pump very hard anymore. You may find a unicorn here and there, but overall it just seems safer to basically trade Bitcoin. And that doesn't mean that I'm not bearish on altcoins. It just means that my focus will be shifted, because altcoins, as of now, we need a lot more liquidity in the system, and because we have so many protocols, the liquidity will be dispersed across those protocols, that it's very hard for individual altcoins to actually keep up with the price of Bitcoin, because Bitcoin gains value from all of the market moves. Doesn't matter if it's in the altcoins, it's still bullish for Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is one of the base coins used in most of these altcoin protocols as part of a liquidity system. So something like that. So anyway, in the short term, you can also create this line here. So if this breaks to the upside, that's obviously bullish. But anyway, that's just some TA for you guys. For Israel-Iran situation, we have confirmation of the Israel attack. They have finalized the plans and they will attack Iran most likely. And as you can read from here, UK has actually given green light for the attack already. So yesterday, the Prime Minister of UK was talking with Israel, and they reiterated their support for Israel's security. Now, Israel's security can mean anything. An attack can be security, defense can be security. So UK is part of their security now. And this is basically a non-statement here. Further significant escalation will only deepen instability in the region. But they did not condemn Israel attack before. They are still sending weapons to Israel, they're sending ammunition, they are sending intelligence, and they are even sending their jet fighters to defend Israel. So they are definitely okay for the attack. They will not be pulling their support, even if Israel attacks here. If anything, they will probably give more security to Israel if Israel attacks, because then they will be expecting retaliation from Iran. So UK is fully committed to this war here. Same goes for United States. They may say whatever they want, but the actions speak louder than words, and the actions are that they are just giving more aid to Israel. And they are not condemning Israel, they are just saying like they would hope that this wouldn't have to happen like this. Why don't Iran just lay down their weapons and let Israel take all the land there? That's basically what happens here. So what we can basically expect from this is an attack against Iran. Iran has said they will retaliate. So that is one of the reasons, even though I drew this technical analysis here, that could be a black swan event if the prices of energy start going up because of the instability there, or Iran might do some sanctions against whatever. China has given support for Iran and so on and so forth. So if there's a situation like that, obviously Bitcoin can go lower. It can be a shock. But if you can get Bitcoin at any price at these levels, fundamentally that is very good price to actually get into Bitcoin, because there's so much demand for Bitcoin. We saw the ETF on Hong Kong getting approved as well. Chinese people want Bitcoin because it outperforms the Chinese what is it, RMB, yen. Took a time to get it, but yeah, Chinese yen. Anyway, Bitcoin, it's an asset, it's a neutral asset. It doesn't care if you have a war or not. It just chugs along. So all in all, even though there may be a shock in price for Bitcoin, I think long term it's still quite bullish. And obviously we still have the halving here coming in a couple of days, which will cut the inflation in half. And that is obviously bullish for Bitcoin, as the supply will be shrunk, but the demand is the same or even more at some point. So that is bullish for Bitcoin long term. So my plan is basically this. I currently have about 50% in stable coins, 50% in crypto. Most of my crypto wealth is currently in Bitcoin, and I'm kind of waiting out the Israeli attack. So I will be buying that dip if there's a dip in Bitcoin. If there's not a dip in Bitcoin, I will probably buy it anyway, because that's quite bullish for the prices going up probably. Then we have a news from BRICS. This news says that they will support cryptocurrency for global trade, not US dollar. So de-dollarization will probably continue, or at least they will attempt it. But this is not exactly bullish for crypto, because what they mean by cryptocurrency here is actually central bank digital currency. So for freedom, this is actually bad news that Russia is deciding to go this route. It makes the headlines, so it is probably bullish for Bitcoin, but it's not bullish fundamentally that they are not actually adopting crypto, they are adopting central bank digital currencies. So there's that as well. Another thing, obviously, that I don't have any sources here, but Ukraine, in my opinion, seems to be losing against Russia, and that is bullish for Bitcoin because that creates a little bit instability for NATO. It creates instability for Europe. So for that reason, I think people will be looking for an alternative solution for wealth. So that's why Bitcoin will probably go up if people start to understand that Ukraine is losing. And because, as we can see, the focus is now on Israel, Iran. Zelensky, I saw a couple of videos of him post about him complaining the lack of support from the Western countries. So now that the focus is on Israel, Ukraine, even before the situation in Israel, Ukraine already didn't have enough ammunition and weapons to defend properly. In some of the videos, he said that they were able to knock out 7 of the 11 missiles that hit a critical energy creation facility in Ukraine, and they simply couldn't hit all of the targets because they ran out of missiles, air defense missiles. And as you can see, most of the air defense missiles will be going to Israel. So there's these two fronts here, and Ukraine looks to be losing on that side. So it is unfortunate. I'm not saying Russia is good. I'm not saying Ukraine is good. I'm trying to be neutral here. I'm just saying that that is probably bullish for Bitcoin. That's my all of my take on that. So now the question is basically for Israel-Iran situation, how long can this fight go? How much more escalation can we see? Well, like I said, UK and USA have not given any red lines. Like they are not saying like, okay, Israel, you can do this, but if you go further than this, then we will pull out the support. We haven't seen anything like that. And even Joe Biden has actually said that he is a Zionist. I don't believe you have to be a Jew to be a Zionist, and I am a Zionist. There's even a clip on CNN from 8 years ago, and you can take a listen to what Joe Biden says here.
Were I a Jew, I would be a Zionist. And my father pointed out to me, I did not need to be a Jew to be a Zionist. For I am.
There you go. He is a Zionist. This was 8 years ago. There was another I saw from 11 years ago. And that's basically where this line is. This news is from 2023. So I don't know where they got this quote, because when I was trying to find the source, that was like 11 years ago for this specific quote. But doesn't seem like his stance has changed. He still says to have a lifelong bond with Israel. So anyway, he will support Israel because what is Zionism? Zionism is Israel nationalism. And it basically, the common denominator among all modern Zionists is a claim to Palestine, land traditionally known as Land of Israel. So the president of the United States is an Israel nationalist, so they will go however far this war goes to, in my opinion. It looks like that. So I don't think there's any red lines, and if you think Trump will save us from war, I don't think that happens either, because Trump has declared Jerusalem as Israeli capital, basically smashing US policy in 2017. So even if Trump gets elected, maybe he will be able to do something about it, but this is a long-standing take on USA, basically supporting Israel no matter what. And now that the tensions are rising, we have the far-right Israel government. It just seems to be that that will just keep escalating that situation. And that's one of the reasons why I'm currently about 50% in stable coins as well, because I don't know how the powder keg will blow up, if it will blow up, if they can find some common ground or not. But it seems to me that all the parties basically want this war. Russia wants this war because it is taking resources out of Ukraine. China wants to basically control that region for the supply lines. For oil, obviously, China is part of BRICS. And USA, UK, they are Zionists, apparently. I didn't even believe it when I first saw it, but hey, it is what it is. So they are waging their holy war there. So basically everybody seems to be wanting this war here from the elites. So unless the public cries about it, protests against it, I think the war will continue escalating back and forth. So overall, that will probably have a bearish tone for the price of Bitcoin if commodities start going upwards very rapidly. But that's basically my case. Is long term we are very bullish, but we have this Israel powder keg here that could blow up the candles to the downside. So that's basically my bearish take there. But for long-term bullish, I still want to be part of Bitcoin because I think this is a decent time to actually still get in on the action as well. But I have to also say that I also bought gold, which I haven't done for a while as well. So just to have that side as well. So altcoins, I'm a little bit out of altcoins. I'm still farming the airdrops. I'm still in the linear airdrop farming. There's a protocol I may make a video about, and there's another protocol I will definitely make a video about very, very soon as well. So those things are still coming, and there's still a lot of bullish things for the markets. Just something annoying with this powder cake here. Anyway, that's all I have for this video. Hope you liked it. Make sure to actually claim your airdrops if you are eligible for these. And I will see you on the next video. Cheers and bye-bye.